Today I'm going to share with you guys some easy habits to level up in 2025, and later I have a shoe rotation tour where I take you through all the shoes that I'm going to be wearing this season. Oh, that was a mouthful. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Tomas sharing all my thoughts on fashion, lifestyle, and anything else that comes to mind. I'm here every single Wednesday with some surprise uploads on Sundays, so make sure you turn on the bell so you're notified literally every single time I upload and you don't miss a single video. As I have just said, I am coming to you with another mix and match video. For the first part, I have written some, I feel like, realistic habits to level up in the year 2025. These are just some like habits and like goals that I feel like are like easily applicable to anybody. I find sometimes when we're like starting the new year and we're trying to think of like goals and kind of like trying to accomplish what we do, we always just like set such a high like mountain, and then halfway through the year we just get like overwhelmed or we're like over it. And in the later half, I also have a shoe rotation tour. Now that we're into winter, I want to share with you guys the shoes that I'm going to be wearing all season long. You guys know the drill. Make sure you guys are commenting down below and subscribe to the channel and like this video. It really helps me, so please do that. And let's get right into it because there's absolutely no time to waste. I have my little realistic habits manifesto here, aka a Google document, as you guys can see. And my focus was to really be realistic and not too hard on myself. As I said before, we get very overwhelmed on the start of the new year. We get fed a lot of this content that's just very like, how do you make the best version of yourself every single year? And I think it's also really unrealistic to expect everybody to be the best version of themselves like on like the second week of January. First of all, I'm broke and I'm trying to recover. Let's talk about like trying to recover from all the spending and all the like drinking and all the like eating from last year, and you already expect me to be my better self? I don't think so. I'm not trying to like beat you to the ground like and be like, you need to be the best version of yourself, because that's absolutely not realistic. We can always just strive to be better. Okay, my number one is, and now I'm trying to figure out what is legible in these notes because I wrote them very late at night. My number one thing is to try something new that you are not good at and that might be potentially embarrassing. All these goals I've applied to myself. So recently when I came back from Paris, I really wanted to dabble into the film and television and like commercial industry. So I have been working towards that. I have been doing that. I have like my headshots and I'm going to like acting classes. And I have actually booked a few acting jobs. Actually, today I got booked on one. That's really exciting. The reason I'm doing this is because personally I love television and film and just commercials. Even when I was in high school, I was in like so many more extracurriculars that I actually passed because I had more extracurriculars than like the actual classes, like science or whatever. I was in so many drama classes. I was in all the jazz clubs. I was in all the choirs. So I've been about that life, and I just recently thought, you know, I've always had a keen interest for this. And when I recently moved to Toronto like 10 years ago, I started to do it, and then I just kind of like fell off because, I don't know, things happened. I've recently gotten back into it and I booked a few jobs. But the reason I really like this is because honestly, I might really be shit at it. I might be really terrible at it. You know, I'm about to take acting classes, and those coaches might literally come to me and be like, girl, you're terrible. And this is something that is really important to me because I have a job that I've had for quite a while. And at this point, I would say that I'm actually really good at my job. So I find that when I go into work, I do my job, I do it well for the most part. I will hope so. But I'm not really getting that like excitement, and I'm not really getting those lessons of potentially being really bad at something. And I think that's something that like a lot of us humans get into, where we're like, we're scared to be bad at something, or we're scared for something to be cringe, or we're scared for to be embarrassed to do something, which is a lot of the reason why people are always like shy about posting content or posting TikToks online. But the reason I really like this is, one, because I've always been interested in television and film, but it's a potential for me to literally be a nobody. And when I've gone to these jobs and I've been doing background or like a side character, when I go to these jobs, I'm literally a nobody. Like, I'm rural juror. If you guys watch 30 Rock, you would get that reference. I'm literally juror number 28. Like, I'm a nobody. I go do my job and then I clock out a day. The actual actors don't speak to me. Like, I mean, for the most part, like all the PAs and everybody is very nice and professional, but I'm like a nobody. So to come from my job that I'm like really good at and I'm like the top dog at, and I'm just very used to doing it, to go to something that I'm like basically a nobody, and it really gives me a chance to develop my skills, and just being in a new environment that is really different to what you're used to is really important in my opinion, because it lets you grow and it lets you really be like a whole new person. So for 2025, I really want to like get you guys to be trying new things, whether that is ice skating. If you ever wanted to go ice skating, you're going to fall on your butt, go do it. If you've ever wanted to do a Pilates class, if you've ever wanted to take a piano, if you've ever wanted to do like singing and post those videos online. If it makes you uncomfortable and it makes you embarrassed and it makes you feel like it's cringe, it's worth doing it. So that would be the number one kind of habit that I'm trying to lean into for the upcoming year. And number two is eating. And this is like tricky because I feel like everybody has their own patterns with eating. I think like when we get fed all this content on like TikTok and like YouTube and Instagram, it's just like healthy eating, healthy eating. Healthy eating is a very specific notion that is different for everybody else. I am very active. I like to work out like 4 to 5 days. So I eat a lot of food just because after working out, I'm like literally so hungry. I feel like I've always had the pressure of I have to eat healthy because, I spend 4 to 5 days in the gym and it's like, why wouldn't I just eat healthy? But for me, I found it a little bit difficult. One thing that really helped for me was to get HelloFresh. This is not an ad. I actually wish this was a HelloFresh ad because sometimes it's so expensive. So let me add HelloFresh. Here, let me put it in the background. If Please sponsor me actually because the foods can get a little expensive. It helps with me just kind of eating what I need to eat because I'm a really lazy person and I would definitely not be going to the grocery store on my own to like get all these ingredients. And it also helps me to eat a vegetable, which I don't like to do. And lately I have come to find that I do like a few vegetables. Like weirdly, I'm like obsessed with tomatoes. I don't know. Like I actually really like tomatoes. In terms of eating healthy, that's a very specific term for everybody and that's different. I'm rewording it in eating with intention. Tonight, I'm going to be going to a Pilates class and this is a lot of toning and a lot of muscle building. So I know that when I get home, I have to eat a lot of protein. That could literally be a McDonald's burger. I mean, it's not going to be because they're not that good for you, but they do have a lot of protein. So just eating with intention. If you wake up and you're not that hungry, I think you can have a cup of coffee with an egg. If you wake up and you're really hungry, what is stopping you from having the lunch that you prepared? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just about eating with intention and trying to eat a little bit better. You do not have to go full meat eating to vegan because it's healthier. That's completely unrealistic and you're just going to crash out and like end that goal within like 4 to 5 business days. Doesn't necessarily have to mean eating healthier, but just trying to eat better and listening to your body and listening to what it tells you that it wants to eat. Number four is shopping wise. So this is this is a fashion channel for the most part, but we're involving a lot of things here. I wrote less buying trendier pieces. So I used to be so bad at this when I was in like years 2019, 2020. My example of this would be like those like Dior high top sneakers, like the monogram. I was so gagged for those that did like a whole pre-order for them. And then I ended up ordering the wrong size. So they were like one size too bigger or whatever. I'm coming up to a little bit older. I'm almost 30 and I have had less wanting to buy these hype pieces. For example, what's a really hype piece right now? Like the Louis Vuitton Murakami collaboration, those Alaya ballet flats. Not that I would wear those to begin with, but I really just want to focus when I'm shopping is to really focus on not as much trendy and hype pieces, but more like pieces that will just fit into my wardrobe in such a great way and just goes into my wardrobe in such a seamless way that I think is like worth paying the money for, especially because I have very expensive taste. And for the most part, my whole closet is designer. So if I'm going to be spending the money, then I need to make sure that I'm buying the correct pieces and that I'm not regretting anything that I'm going to be buying in like the next 6 months or the year that I'm going to be regretting what I bought. And number four, I guess this takes like quite a bit of an explanation, but I wrote no rushing with your goals and your development. I think in this age of social media and everybody posts their achievements online and Instagram is such a highlight reel. You can never really know what someone's going through if they're just posting on their Instagram because we're never going to post depressing stuff or stuff that makes us look bad or weak. We're only going to be posting the good. I wrote here that comparison is the thief of joy. This is like a pretty famous quote, so I don't know who said it. I'm not going to cite my sources because I have no idea who it was. Okay. Comparison is the thief of joy. If you are like, say you're like 27 and all your friends are doing so much better. They have high paying jobs. One of them got cast in a movie. One of them just moved to London. Again, there's so many instances of where you would feel like your shortcomings are definitive of you. And my point is to just take a deep breath. I mean, like, I have really big goals for myself and I'm not going to share them publicly because for the most part, they're private to me. But my goals are so big that it's just impossible for me to go from 0 to 100 and 100 is the goal. It's completely impossible. It's not realistic. So I just always have to remind myself, yeah, I see a lot of people my age starting businesses or they're on Forbes 30 under 30, which I heard that you actually pay to be on that. So I don't know. Oh my God, I have like 1 year to be on Forbes 30 under 30. Oh my God, I need to like pay to be like on that. Can you imagine? Tomas azpiazu, YouTuber with 1,000 subscribers. Yes. Forbes 30 under 30. You kind of have to have tunnel vision on yourself in the age of social media and just, people are unboxing $30,000 worth of luxury hauls and you feel like, oh, I can only afford a $600 Coach bag at the end of the month, you will always feel depressed because there's always going to be someone funnier, hotter, skinnier, more muscle, more talented, more smart than you. So why wouldn't you just focus on making yourself the better version of yourself? Which is what I try and do, and that's what I try and remind myself. We should all be proud of our achievements, whether they're big or small. And of course, if I make it to the stage and I get an Oscar, obviously that's like such a wild dream, but that would only happen if I'm developing my skills and my dreams from now. So don't be rushed to feel like you need to go from like 0 to 100. It's completely unrealistic, and also don't compare yourself. Try not to compare yourself. I mean, it's inevitable. If you have a big group of friends, someone is out partying till 6 a.m. on a Tuesday, and one of your other friends is teaching a TED Talk in San Francisco, all in the same day. Just remember to take a deep breath and to just really focus on your own goals and your own development, and what you are doing for yourself is really important only to you and to your friends. And yeah, just no rushing. That's what I wrote. No rushing. I think that was pretty legible. I'm not gonna lie. I think I did for the most part like a pretty good explanation of all my goals. Let me know if these are habits that I feel like you're gonna be taking on. For me personally, these were very important for me, and I don't like to write a long list of like 20 habits. It's like I'm gonna forget about like all of them, to be honest. So if I just focus on 4, I think it's really doable. And just remember, we're all just doing our best. We are never trying to be the best. We're just trying to do our best. So hopefully you guys liked this little like oh my god, it's giving like lifestyle coach. I'm totally giving lifestyle coach vibes right now. Hopefully you guys like it, and let's move on to the shoe rotation, which I'm really excited about. On to the second part of the video, which is my current shoe rotation. I'm going to be doing this probably like once every 3 to 4 months. Just want to share with you guys the 5 most worn shoes in my wardrobe rotation right now. Currently, it is like the dead of winter. It is literally like, even today, it's like -21. So obviously the shoes that I'm wearing are going to be representative of how cold it is. I have 5 pairs for you guys here, so I'm just going to get right into it. Also, in between the last session that I filmed and this, we literally lost TikTok. It came back within 2 hours, and now Trump is president. So I don't know what to say at this point. Like, really. The first pair is going to be the Adidas Tokyo sneaker. Now, I'm not trying to be a narcissist, but I feel like I low-key am putting these on the map. I posted a shorts or like a TikTok way back in like, I think in like December when I first got these, and now everybody's getting them. And I just want to say, like, I was like literally like the OG one to wear these. I love these. They are super light. They must weigh like half a pound. They come in this beautiful suede color, and I really like the X on the back. Kind of makes them seem like they're not like Adidas sneakers, but these are just really cool flat sneakers. I originally bought them because Miu Miu is coming out with a similar style for spring 2025, and I don't know, I really like these. Also, I want to share with you guys a little tip if you guys have a lot of suede sneakers. So hold on. This is like a rubber kind of like piece of rubber. Essentially, when you see suede, I'm not going to do it too much on these because low key, I like how dirty they are. I think it gives them like a little bit of personality. But for example, this little suede part here, if you just take the rubber, you can even see that I've done it to my other suede shoes. If you just take the rubber and go like this, the stain comes out. So if you have suede boots, suede sneakers, and you don't like these stains, even though I do like them on this part, I believe you can probably get these on Amazon. I'm gonna link this when I actually like edit this video and put everything through. But yeah, this rubber thing like has been a lifesaver, especially if you go out. As you guys remember, like on New Year's, I was like trying to do the most, and I try to like jump over things and I fell. And I had my loewe suede sneakers and I used this on them and the stains all came out. So this has definitely been a lifesaver when caretaking my shoes. And we might as well get into the loewe of it all. So these are the loewe sneakers in question. These are very like Vans-like. I unboxed them like I think like 2 weeks ago on this channel. I love them. They're so cute. I love the like Donald Duck toe on the shoe. I think it's so chic. I think it's like so easy to wear. And yeah, as I was saying, there was a stain here on the top, but I just used the rubber on it and the stain came out. But I love these, super comfortable, surprisingly. I feel like for the most part, I've tried a lot of loewe sneakers over the years and just loewe shoes in general. And I think this is my first pair of loewe shoes. I honestly can't remember because I have like so many shoes. Loewe shoes in general end up being really, really comfortable. So I'm really happy. And as you guys know, I feel like Jonathan is supposedly streets are saying that Jonathan is leaving Loewe. So this is like my little part of Jonathan's Loewe that I'll always have. Even though I don't know what I have. I honestly don't remember what I'm buying these days lately. I must have some other Loewe thing, or maybe not. Getting into the dead of winter, if there's a lot of snow on the ground, I'm gonna wear these hunky-dory, freaking heavy as F Bottega boots just because they have that raised platform on them. And to be honest, they're kind of like my beaters at this point. I bought them during the pandemic in like 2021. To be honest, I don't really care about them. So like if there's a lot of snow on the ground, I'm just gonna like wear these because I'm not really pressed for them to be like dirty or for them to get ruined because they haven't really been ruined at all. Like the leather has lasted really, really well. The only problem with these is that they are just so insanely heavy that like after 8 hours, like if I'm wearing them to work, I just get so even I'm like getting tired holding these now. After 8 hours, I'm just like, oh my god, this is exhausting to wear these shoes. But they're worth it, super comfortable, and like for the snow, like if it's like snowing outside, I have no problem wearing these. And for the most part, sorry if this is gross to like show the bottom. For the most part, they have like a really nice tread on the bottom, and I really love these. So these have been going strong for literally about like 3 to 4 years now. Yeah, because I bought them in like 2021. If I'm going out or if I'm doing more of a dressy vibe, I'm going to be wearing my absolutely gorgeous Guidi P 988Z boots. I think that's what it is. 988Z. These are beautiful. I got them sold on the bottom so I can wear them because I found that Guidi boots have a lot of drag on the back, so they end up kind of like dissolving. So I would recommend if you have a pair of Guidi boots, before you even wear them, to just go to a cobbler and add the vibrant sole. Love this. This just stunning burgundy red suede. It is like literally, it's absolutely beautiful. The inside of the leather is unmatched. This is just like, I always say that like I buy a lot of designer. In fact, my whole closet is pretty much designer. But this is one of those few things that I can be like, this is true luxury. Like this is so designer. You can just tell it in the construction. If you've ever had the chance to like try on a pair of Guidi boots or feel a pair of Guidi boots, this construction is just like unmatched. And I've gotten repaired actually twice. So Guidi has a really great repair system. You just email them, they can send you like a spare zipper, which they did for me. They actually ended up repairing or restoring my original pair. So this has been repaired twice, which just shows to show you that like honestly I need to start taking care of my stuff better. Repaired twice, still going strong. I bought these way back then like 2019 when like nobody knew about Guidi, and they're on like 6 years, like 5 years, 6 years, and I'm just super happy. This is one of those things that I would actually justify paying full price for because they're gonna literally last you for like 20 years. Yeah, my little Guidi boots. I just don't wear them when it's raining, when there's mud, when there's snow, when there's literally any kind of like natural element. I won't wear them. I will literally just wear them on like a dry day because that's how you can like make sure they last longer. And the last boot, this is kind of an in-between. If it's snowing and I still want to look dressy, I'll wear these because these are Givenchy boots by Matthew Williams. I like half care about them, half like don't care about them. I just love them because they're actually so comfortable, and I love how like sleek they are. If I'm wearing like right now I'm wearing, sorry, this is like so awkward, my Hampase crop pants. So if I wear them with these, it looks really nice. But I'm also like don't really care if they get like dirty from the snow because I can just clean them. So they have that like Givenchy emblem on the side. And actually, I'll try and put a picture, but they actually have like come with the Givenchy emblem on here, but I thought it was too much logo, so I like took it off. Like legit, like took a screwdriver and like like took it off. I don't know. So I guess I'm never planning on reselling these, but look how beautiful that like super stiff sheen leather is. I just think it's like absolutely gorgeous, and they look great with like crop pants, really slim pants. They look really great. Even if I was going to like a wedding, maybe, I don't know if that's like pushing it, but I would obviously like clean them and like buff them up a little bit, but they are just absolutely gorgeous. And those are my 5 shoes in my current shoe rotation. You guys have to let me know what are in yours. I'm always interested. As you guys know, I always say like shoes are the most important part of any outfit, in my opinion. So please let me know what shoes you guys are wearing. And I will link this trusty little rubber thing in below. Probably I'll find like an Amazon version of it. I feel like I'm doing like mix and match kind of style right now, and I kind of like it. So please let me know if you guys like it or if I should just like focus on one topic per video. But I feel like I like doing like a really long video, like a 20-minute video, and then just putting in a lot of different topics. So please let me know what you think. And as always, I literally appreciate you so much for watching every single week. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Peace.